Hey guys, welcome. In this video, we're going to be testing the Missile PDCs in detail. The Missile PDCs are called Pepperbox, which can only be acquired through the Idris T-Kit. And the Idris T-Kit is only available to those who have purchased an Idris. If you own a Javelin, the Idris will be your loaner, but technically you do not own a standalone Idris. That is why even if you have the loaner Idris from the Javelin, you still will not be able to purchase the Idris K kit or any of Idris kit. And if you do not own a standalone Idris, then you will not be able to purchase either, except through gray market. So that's as far as I know. Also, CIG said in the next patch, a lot of things that they are selling for money right now will be purchasable in-game. I really hope these Missile PDCs can also be purchasable in-game. So we shall wait and see. Now, before we start, let's take a look at these Pepperbox. So this is an Idris P. Now, you can see the laser PDCs can be replaced by these Missile PDCs. And each of these Missile PDCs contain 16 size 1 Spark 1 missiles. I have tried to switch these missiles to different size 1 missiles. You do have the option to change to other type of missiles. However, the problem is if I reclaim the ship, all those missiles will go back to stock Spark 1 missiles. So I spent a long time switching missiles and eventually it went back to stock. So don't even spend those time, it's just waste. Now, 16 Spark 1 missiles. And by the way, each of the Idris T-Kit only come with 5 Missile PDCs. However, your Idris has 11 PDC ports. And if you put 10 Missile PDCs on the Idris, you will have an extra 160 size 1 missiles. Now, how effective are these Missile PDCs? Let's go check it out. Wow, that was absolutely awesome. So cool with those missile turrets. And I try to keep these footages as uncut as possible without any commentary because that's just pure enjoyment. And after this enjoyment is the pain. Let me tell you about it. 160 size 1 missiles. It might seem a lot, but in a battle with a lot of NPCs, these missiles can be spent rather quickly. And then you want to rearm these missiles, right? But you can't. I took this Idris to so many places to rearm. The landing pads are good. I can repair, I can refuel, but I just cannot rearm these missiles. I tried everything I can, and the only way to get these missiles back is through reclaiming the ship. But after I reclaiming the ship, the missile port on those missiles are gone. It's just a stand. So much pain to deal with this. To the point that I really want to give up this recording. I spent hours today just trying to make this work. 15 minutes of joy, 15 minutes of coolness is hours of pain. Is it worth it? Now, here is a quick test for the PDC missile turrets on a Polaris. For this one, I only have 5 missile PDCs. Contact. Alright, battle stations. Let's go. Ooh, missiles start firing already. Wow. So 5 missile PDCs on the ship. Total, I have 80 size 1 missiles. Whoa! Oh, I think the missile PDC shot some missiles. It destroyed some missiles that coming my way. So the missile PDC not only destroy fighters, but also it will defend me from missiles. But there is a range for those missile PDCs. Oh, I got hit by a missile. Oh, got hit by another missile. I think the missile ran out. It's not firing anymore. Oh, got hit by another missile. Yep, I think the missile ran out. Oh, this one is tracking. It's rotating, it's tracking. But this one is also empty. The one on the bottom, yep, completely empty. I really didn't kill a lot of enemies. I killed some of them. So it's really nice, it's really fun to use these missile PDCs. However, in reality, it's not really practical. Oh, same thing. Repair 1.5k, but restock, no option to restock these missiles. So indeed, this is unfinished product, half made, one-time use, a money grab. $350 for this. Now, let's check out the missile PDCs on the A90 Jump. On the A90 Jump, we also have 7 PDCs, but I can only equip... Wait, what? The missile is gone again. This is exactly what happened. That I have to wait a couple hours and melt the pack, and then purchase it again with a store credit in order to keep making this video. So whenever I switch these missile PDCs from one ship to another ship, the missile thing is gone. I switch from the Idris to the Polaris, the missile thing is gone. Now I switch from the Polaris to the A90 Jump, the missile thing is gone again. So that's exactly as I said earlier, this pack is really half-made, not even half-made. So rushed out without testing and just give us for $350 Warbound and $430 for store credit. And what we have, these PDCs are bugged. The torpedoes are also bugged. So completely broken pack. I don't want to bring too much negative energy to the Star Citizen community. We've already got enough negative energies. So this is it. My review is, it's really fun. You can use it one time or twice, but it's not really combat effective, not really practical, because you have very limited amount. And even if we can repair, it will cost you a lot of money as well.